Hey, Ray DelVecchio here from websiteprofitcourse.com. If you're a fan of The Office like I am, you remember when Ryan was going to business school and he quizzed Michael on what he was learning. One of the questions that he asked was, is it cheaper to sign a new customer or keep an existing customer? Michael, of course, got this wrong. He said it was equal, and Ryan corrected him and let him know that it was 10 times more expensive to sign a new customer. That's why I think you need to take Ryan's advice, figure out how to make more money with your current clients as a freelancer. So today we're gonna go into tips on how to do that. And the first one is probably the one that I miscalculated the most. I thought in order to make money as a freelancer, you really needed to have top level skill, top 5 or 10% skill in whatever service you're providing. In my experience, it's kind of the opposite. Really what you need to do is perform the basics flawlessly. Number one, don't miss a deadline, especially if you set it. If you tell someone you're gonna get something done by a certain date, make sure you live up to that expectation. You wouldn't believe how many people do that, or even worse, they don't give them an update and they're late, so the client has to come to you and figure out what's going on. That's why you need to over-communicate. Be brief with your communications. You don't have to send a 4 or 5 paragraph email. That's what I used to do. And I realized that clients really don't want that. They're not gonna read an entire email like that, especially if they're busy as a business owner. Keep emails short to 2 to 3 sentences max. But if you do that to keep them updated and in the loop, they're really gonna appreciate that proactivity. And lastly, make things easy for them. If you need them to do something, help step them through the process of how to do it. If what they need to do is complicated, do a couple of the steps for them if possible. The easier you can make it for your client, the more they're gonna appreciate what you do, and they'll know that you're willing to go the extra mile for them. The next tip is to treat your work as a partnership mentality. I think a lot of freelancers look at their clients like a boss. In reality, you need to be the expert. But on top of that, it's not just about you ordering them around or vice versa. You want to work together. And one of the main ways that I communicate this is by using the word we or our when I'm talking about their website. I don't say it's your website, I say it's our website. Or I say, I think this is what we should do. Most of my clients have stuck with me for many years now. I have 2 clients that have been with me since I first started. So we've been working together for probably 10 plus years now. And I got a few others that are in that 3 to 5 year range. Tip number 3, you need to get into the strategy beyond the website or beyond whatever service you're offering. If you're doing a freelance service, that needs to fit into the bigger picture of how to drive your client more business. So one of the things I always recommend is working with one niche in particular, because when you do that, you're gonna understand that industry more in depth. You're gonna understand the ways that businesses in that industry market. On top of that, the strategy isn't just about the industry, it's about the person. So you need to understand the business owner and their strengths and weaknesses and how you can contribute to that, help them with their weaknesses or amplify their strengths. You really need to know how much traffic it's getting and how it's producing for your client, because they're not likely to keep track of that information, to go into the analytics and figure that out themselves. And then you can bring new ideas to the table. That means expanding your services. That could be email marketing, it could be advertising. You might want to add a blog and do content creation for them, share that on social media, or they might need help with SEO. And my last tip is the one that has given me the most success, and that is turning to monthly management. You want to charge your clients for a monthly recurring fee as opposed to just doing one-time work, because if you're only doing one-time work or you're charging hourly, it's a lot harder to build that sustainability in your business. One of the things I like about doing monthly recurring is I give them the option to explore these other services under the monthly fee. They leave it up to me as to how I want to divide my time and spend my time. That's really how I've learned some of these other skills like email marketing, which I started on my own blog, but I ended up offering that to 2 of my clients who are using it right now. And the beautiful thing about doing monthly recurring is that you don't need that many clients to make good money. If you're doing the one-time projects, you need a steady stream of clients every single month. But if you only have a handful of clients, but each one of them pays you somewhere between $100 to $500 a month, you can make great side income and eventually turn that into a full-time gig if you get active with sales and outreach, or they bring you referrals. So that's all I got for this video. If you got WordPress skills and you want to start freelancing, you can download a free giveaway on my homepage, websiteprofitcourse.com. Go ahead and sign up for that. I'll send you 15 tools to start your web design business. Or if you have a client maybe in another area and you want to build their website for them, I got a web design client questionnaire. Those are all the questions that you need to ask to understand what you have to do to put together their website. It's going to be way easier for you to predict how much time it's going to take you, and also what you need to do for them or what they need to do for you. So check out the description below for that, along with other helpful information. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to get more videos on WordPress freelancing. If you've done a service for a client and they were happy with it, leave in the comments below. Let us know what your client values, because every client values something differently. It really depends on the business niche, the owner, and the type of business that they do. Last but not least, give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. I really appreciate you taking the time to stick with me this entire video, and I hope you join me on the next one.